Hello, I'm Elisa Zhang, and I'm a physician as well as a life and money coach. Today, I'm just going to talk about my hair, and I know that's going to sound super superficial and a little bit vain, but I think there are some tidbits to get out of it. So I don't know how much you could tell from the videos in the past, but my hair was actually pretty long. It went down to past my butt, and I have over the course of my lifetime usually had long hair, anywhere from halfway down my back to all the way down to below my butt, and to the point where I could actually sit on my hair. So and what happens is every so often I'll actually grow my hair to that kind of length, and then something will spur me to cut it short. And it's never really super short. It's always long enough to be in a ponytail. That's just my preference. I want to always build a hold my hair back in a ponytail. I just recently made a cut where I cut off 2 feet of hair. I measured it. It was 24 inches. And so my hair is now, it's still not short. It's past shoulder length. But it is a big change, and sometimes we just need change. Why did I decide to cut my hair? Well, part of it is that when it gets to a certain length, kind of to step back for a bit. So typically I'll kind of keep my hair somewhere around mid back, and sometimes it's a little shorter and sometimes it's a little longer, and it kind of just depends. But during the pandemic, I didn't get my hair cut for a while, and then it got longer and longer. And then when I finally did start getting a haircut, it was kind of at that length where I was like, wow, it really is long. People are noticing how long it is. So then I would just get it trimmed at the end. And so it then continue to grow longer over time. And to the point where, I got a lot of compliments on it. And, I'm human. I like to get compliments. But then it also just recently got to a length where it started becoming annoying. It started to get caught on things. I basically kept it in a braid almost all the time to keep it bound. And even in a braid, it could potentially still get caught on things, like caught in the car door when I closed the car door, or, it was long enough for me to sit on it. Even in a braid, it was starting to get to that length. It may, sometimes food might get on it because it would, the braid would swing forward and, get into my food. And so then I'd have to go wash it right away. A lot of hair was also starting to fall out, so that was an issue. And then I think one of the things, well, there were two kind of things that really prompted me to go ahead and make a drastic cut. One, I started having patients who wanted to pull on my hair. My scribe actually had to stop 2 patients from actually tugging on my braid. So that was kind of one sign of like, yes, I don't really want, I won't say complete strangers, but people that I really don't want necessarily anyone just like pulling out and grabbing my hair. But the other thing is that I have a friend, Celine Lee, and she's Korean, and I always love how she has her hair. And then I found out her secret. So she's been using the Dyson Airwrap. And so here's the Dyson Airwrap. And she got it from, she actually had a coupon for 20% off a Sephora product. And so she could actually apply it to the Dyson hair wrap, which is a fairly expensive piece of hair equipment. It's around $600. So a 20% savings is quite substantial. And so she was willing to use her 20% coupon to get me a Dyson hair wrap. And of course I paid her back. And so I was like, okay, I am going to learn how to do my hair with the Dyson hair wrap because I really liked how her hair was done. And I thought, so I'm Chinese by ethnicity, and my hair has always been really straight, and it's been hard to have it keep any kind of body or curl because, it just is so straight. And I've tried, different things before, and it just never last. I've tried hot curling irons, and it wouldn't even last the night. So if I were doing it like going to a wedding, by the end of the night, it already was kind of fell down. But Celine had said that it really lasted in her hair about 3 days, and since she also had Asian hair, I was hopeful that that could happen for me as well. So I tried the Dyson hair wrap with my really long hair, and of course it did curl the bottom really well, but my hair was too heavy for it to curl all the way to the top, as well as the weight would just pull out the top part, but the curl actually stayed on the bottom. So I was like, okay, if I cut my hair shorter, then it should work. And so that was another impetus to cut my hair. And So today was my second attempt at using the Dyson Airwrap. It really does give nice body. It's not quite giving the curl and look that my friend Celine has, but her hair is also a little longer than mine is currently. So maybe when it gets that length, they'll kind of look more like that. But there is definitely a learning curve to using this thing. So practice makes, you've probably heard of the phrase, practice makes perfect. Well, I just want to say that practice makes proficiency. I'm not looking for perfection, and a lot of times we aren't looking for perfection. We're looking for it to be good enough to look well, to have the result we desire, but it doesn't have to be perfect. And so the first time I used the Airwrap with Celine when she was showing me how, I could get it to work pretty well with hers. The model has changed a little since the one that she had. And so I do wonder if there's something just a little bit different. So this barrel on top, it actually comes off because there's different attachments. And so for her, there's actually one attachment for counterclockwise and clockwise. And now there's just one attachment for both clockwise and counterclockwise. And then there's this little tool where you actually switch between the two. So I do wonder if that plays a part of it at all. But definitely the second time doing it, I definitely was a little better at doing it. I realized the hair had to be a little drier. When I tried it the first time, it was still a little maybe too wet, especially at the ends. And so I think next time I'm even going to wait for it to just be even a little drier before I try again, and really just try to let the hair ends go towards the vortex of air and wrap itself. And even I think in the process of doing it, it became easier this time around. So I feel like it's already kind of falling out now, even just looking at me, even though I just did this pretty soon before doing this video. But I just want to encourage you that if there's any new skills that you want to learn, it's just about putting in the reps. The more you do it, the more you're going to figure out the nuances of how to do it and be able to actually get it better. And I do think that Celine showing me how to do it, having essentially a coach show me how in the first time really did probably speed up the process, because I got an idea of what it should feel like. I've since watched videos in order to try to do it again and just improve my technique. And I know that if I keep doing this, that eventually I'm going to kind of get the look I want, and maybe it won't be exactly like when I'm imagining, my hair is not exactly like my friend's hair, but it is fun to kind of change my look and actually have something where there's more body to my hair instead of just having very straight hair, and I'm having fun with it. So whenever you're learning a new skill, how can you have fun with it? That's just something else to think about. And if you're getting to the point where you're getting frustrated over trying to do something and not getting it right, what's bringing about that frustration? Kind of go back to, why do you want to learn this skill, and put your place in that place. Sometimes it might be just taking a break. Sometimes maybe you're too tired. Maybe if it does take strength or skill or take dexterity, maybe there's only so long you can work at it at a time. Set it aside and come back to it. But if you can remember the why you want that skill, then hopefully that will give you the motivation to try again. And then like I mentioned, I had Celine kind of be able to show me how, and be a teacher and mentor or coach. I mean, those there are slight differences between teachers, mentors, and coaches, but all of those role models can help you move forward when it comes to learning a skill or getting a new position or achieving whatever it is you want to achieve. So depending on what you want to achieve, maybe having a coach would be more beneficial than a mentor, or maybe having a mentor would be beneficial than a coach. If you're learning a new skill, maybe a teacher would be great, or maybe you do want to kind of find a mentor or a coach, right? So you have coaches for all professional sports, but I'm a life coach, and what does that mean? So I coach people, help them through different aspects of life, right? Different skills that we have in life. That can be time management. Time management is a skill of life. For me, I do a lot of money coaching. So managing your finances, managing your investments, managing money, getting your mindset around money, overcoming the fear of losing money, even that skill of overcoming fear or living in discomfort, those are all skills. The skill of, discipline. So these are all life skills that a life coach can help you become more proficient at, and there are different ways to go about it. So if you think you might want to consider having a life coach, there are tons of life coaches out there. I trained at the Life Coach School, which I personally think is the best training for life coaches, just because it's really on your mindset and not just telling you what to do. Once you have the skill to do something, once you know that your mind is in a place where you can learn any skill, then you can really do anything. If you have a coach who's really just telling you actions, then you'll always be dependent on someone telling you what to do and how to do it. But with a life coach, we teach some life skills, but then you apply it, you use it, and then you have that for the rest of your life. So if you are interested in life coaching with me, or you are interested in money coaching, so working on your money mindset, working on building your wealth, working on overcome fear of loss of money so that you can get into investments, then go to my website and sign up for a consultation call with me. My website is growyourwealthymindset.com. I'd love to talk to you. All right, so thanks for watching.